Morning, Fraser. Men's group day. Gonna go and hang out with the boys, and gonna do probably a little karaoke on the way. Can't hurt, can it? All right. How about a little cutlass this morning? Past the outer courts to the holy place, past the brazen altar, Lord, I want to see your face. Pass me by the crowds of people, the priests to sing your praise. I hunger and thirst for your righteousness, and it's only found one place. Take me into the holy of holies. Take me in by the blood of the Lamb. Take me into the holy of holies. Take the cold, touch my lips, here I am. Past the outer courts to the holy place, past the brazen altar, Lord, I want to see your face. Take me by the crowds of people, the priests to sing your praise. I hunger and thirst for your righteousness, and it's only found one place. Take me into the holy of holies. Take me in by the blood of the Lamb. Take me into the holy of holies. Take the cold, touch my lips, here I am. I think I'm the first one here this morning. That never happens. All right, gonna do a little bit more work on the cabinet for a bit. We're gonna go up and see Dad here in a bit, but he's they eat lunch right now, so we don't want to disturb him while he's eating lunch. So I've got a little bit of a defect. I know I said they're characteristics, but some are bigger than others. Some defects need medicine. That would be me. I've started to learn to appreciate the use of a chisel. There. No battery. Smooth as silk.
Sorry. He stuck his head in before I could shut the door.
That's okay. Never an issue.
Oh, ow. Danger. Danger, Robinson. Don't walk in dark danger out here.
No, not at the moment.
Of all the things I stepped on a triangle piece of wood.
Oh.
Look at this.
You know what's really funny?
What?
I just threw that.
You really?
up now. We're not going to get up to see Dad. So I'm going to take a break, and we're going to go up and see Dad, and then I'll come back and I'll finish this later. My glasses on.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
Number one.
8, 9, 10, 12. Once I get the
There you go.
So there's Dad. There he is. There's Dad right there. And what exactly is this, Dad?
what's that?
This picture up here. It says Drill Squad, Canadian Armed Forces Drill Squad, CNE, Toronto, 1953. Do you remember that?
Army, Navy, and Air Force.
Okay.
And we were all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says it was a drill troop, so a parade, like a parade troop, like a marching.
Oh yeah. There's always something like that.
Did you volunteer for that, or were you picked? Do you remember?
No, we were all volunteers.
Okay.
1953?
It says 1953.
I think you were in Ontario, not in Ontario, but in Nova Scotia that day.
I was?
I think so.
I wasn't even born yet. Dave would have been. Dave and Earl. No, I'm way too young for that. Look at me. Don't I look young?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I have to make them feel good.
You do have to make them feel good, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Somebody has to, right? How do I have my mask on? Yeah.
All right, I'm back. I'm gonna finish working on this stuff here. Went and had a good visit with Dad. But Jesse, actually, that was here yesterday, gave me a good idea and said, you know, asked him to talk about stories and stuff like that and archive the stories basically for the family and stuff, which is a great idea. Because, I mean, I've heard the stories all my life, you know, all the stories is like, yeah, Dad, I know, I've heard it 1,000 times, but, you know, you think he's always going to be able to tell the stories, but realize today that, you know, he's forgetting a bunch of the stories now, which, you know, he would just ramble on for, you know, multiple times a day sometimes about those same stories, so they were ingrained, but they're slipping away now pretty significantly, so, which is sad, and I'm allowing myself to be sad, because again, I'm not good with emotions, but it is sad to see him, you know, see him in that kind of condition, right, so, yeah, it's just different and sad, yeah, but, anyway, I'm going to continue working, get this thing done. Allie's going to grab me a couple more pieces of wood, because she thinks I need at least 2 more pieces of wood for this thing than I already have. I think it's enough. I think what she wants is overkill, but I'll do it, because, you know, that's just what I do, you know. All the sketchy things I do, and I grind myself with a bench sander thing. Whatever. It's all good. Oh, sorry, I heard back yesterday about Debbie. They wound up doing the surgery on her back yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock-ish, I guess, give or take. And she's doing much better. Her kidneys still need to beef up a little bit, but yeah, Earl appreciates the prayers and all that went out. Says that they were definitely helpful. So, is good. I told him to make sure that, well, I told him we were praying for a quick recovery, because I said if she gets used to being pampered and taken care of in the hospital, then she's going to expect Earl to, you know, cook and clean and entertain her the whole time she's at home, right? So. Twice. Sorry, that's twice. Just a little bit heavier grit. I mean, if I'm going to sand my hand, let's do it properly, you know what I'm saying?
I have no quarter round.
They have no quarter round?
I have no quarter round.
You have no quarter round.
I texted you and you didn't see it, and then I called you.
They didn't have any quarter round?
They had something, but I didn't know if it was what you were talking about, so I sent a picture to you.
You didn't ask anybody there?
There was nobody, And then when I went to the desk, there was 4 people in line, and I was like, forget it.
Nah.
I got mad and I walked out.
Either I'll go or I'll figure something out.
You're not gonna do the sketchy thing, you can just go left.
I don't do sketchy
Did
things.
he already do the sketchy thing?
I did not do the sketchy thing.
Because if I came home and you were already cutting that, I'd probably lose my mind.
I was not cutting my own quarter round. I only have 2 pieces of quarter round here left. I haven't done anything sketchy yet, right? See?
Did you what?
I know you do. Okay, I'm turning it on. You want to say hi to my ones and ones of fans?
Hi, ones and fans. And just to clarify, it's not that I disapprove of his cabinet. I find it just a little overkill. Just saying, he's Captain Overkill with things. Some people can back me up on that, I'm pretty sure.
Getting my cape out of the way so it can flow. See? Captain Overkill. Up, up, and too heavy!
Wow.
Okay, no, I don't. So the whole sketchy thing, first and foremost, when you're sanding like that and pressing down on it, it's really, really hot. So when I grabbed onto that sucker, wow, that was hot. It was like grabbing onto a hot pan. Anyway, what Ali's talking about is I need 2 more pieces of quarter round. Ali couldn't find it, so I thought I had some like doweling here, but I might have thrown it out because I mean I don't use doweling very often at all, right? So my face is dirty as I think it is. It's dusty. Anyway, I was going to cut some quarter round, so I might still do that if I can find it, but you know, Ali doesn't want me to do it because she thinks it's sketchy. I haven't done anything sketchy today, have I? That hurts. Oh, it's funny, you know, like, that's still warm. I say that, you know, things about Dad makes me sad. It does, and it's weird, right? Like, I assume it's everything, but you know, apparently one of the things with the whole PTSD thing is the depression and all that sort of stuff. And so I feel myself sometimes like you know, earlier in the week with Debbie there. You feel yourself just touching the edge of that depression, and it's and even today, you know, with Dad being sad about Dad, because I don't deal with sadness well. You know, it almost takes the extreme because I start to feel sad, and then I don't know what to do with it, and so it almost dives down into that depression, and it's a fight to stop that. It's you know, yeah, it's all weird and stuff, right? But there's the guilt, the shame, all sorts of different things that go along with the whole PTSD thing. I feel guilty every day for not being at work because I feel like I can physically do things, but mentally, even today, driving past the office, I looked over and just looked at the office, and my heart started beating really, really hard and fast in my chest. I could feel it beating, right? So mentally, you know, I'm kind of struggling with that, but you know, and of course, yeah, like I say, then the shame kicks in and all that sort of stuff, right? So, but it is what it is. It's just stuff to deal with. So I have the tools to deal with it, and I am dealing with it, and I think I'm doing okay. Every once in a while, it's a bad day, but you know, for the most part. And this is actually helping. This is helping a lot. So again, thank you for letting me do this. Thank you for yeah, continuing to watch. I assume you are. I know you are. I know you are. you know, and I know I do have other followers that are watching this, and I don't followers, that sounds hilarious. I have other friends and family that are watching this. Followers, that's the most ridiculous thing. Anyway, but anyway, no offense to everybody else. Whenever somebody says no offense, remember there's going to be an offense, right? This video is not for anybody else other than you, Fraser. Really. If anybody else gets enjoyment out of it, that's great. Loving that. But the videos are for you, man. It's, you know, I miss you and I like hanging out with you. So, and I really feel like you're here with me, and I'm talking to you directly right now, right? So, yeah, it's cool. Thanks again, bud. Appreciate it. I gotta take a break. Gotta go down to the store and get my quarter round. I could try and cut it on the table saw if I had any. I was thinking about doweling, or not doweling, like a broomstick. I could cut a broomstick. How hard could that be, right? Nah, I may as well go down and get some quarter round. Allie will kill me if I do anything else. So. Ooh, yeah, I love tacos. Tacos are pretty. Can you pull out some pepperoni of the
Pepperoni's not taco food.
Pepperoni is taco food.
If you're making
Do you know that
pizza,
Mexicans actually invented pepperoni? When the Spanish, I'm not kidding, when the Spanish came over, they stole it from the Mexicans and they took it back, and the Italians took it from the Spanish. I'm just saying. It's all this colonial war stuff. Pepperoni is originally Mexican.
Cut.
Allie doesn't like my explanation.
Anyway,
Listen here.
I'm gonna let Rick. Stop it! No. Already. You're funny.
Sorry.
It's not funny.
I hope that was on video.
It better not be. If there's more, I'm not gonna be happy. Why pepperoni?
I like pepperoni. I like the taste of it.
But you're not making a taco then.
I am making a taco.
You're making a pizza.
I'm making my taco. Not making your taco. I'm making my taco. Just kidding. I knew it was unplugged. So these last two pieces of overkill, that's all that's going on here. That's it. That's the last of it. So once this is done, then I can actually start rubbing the finish on. But again, this is way too much. Allie wanted me to get the 2 more pieces. It's way too... Now it's going to be heavy. Now it's going to be heavy. Ha! 3D. Pretty heavy. Told you I find myself funny. And when I watch that video, because I don't often watch the videos once they're done, because I spend a lot of time watching them while I'm editing them. But I watched them last night, and I gotta say, man, with some of the cuts that I was making and some of the things I was doing there, I was almost crying. I was laughing so hard because I realized how sketchy, you know, it actually was. So I probably could have been a little more safe for, you know, any influential people that might be watching, or easily influenced people that might be watching, you know, as far as learning how to use tools and all that sort of stuff, and making sure that they're safe. I don't want to set a bad example. I'm kind of talking about you, Jesse, just so that you know. Shall we see if this fits? Because I don't think I've ever actually tried it, have I? Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Vacuum it up a little bit, and then we're going to start kind of putting some stuff on it. The nice thing is the finish that I'm using on there is not a It's not a like a stain per se, so it's just an oil. It's a varathane oil that you kind of wipe on and wipe off, wax on, wax off. But so if there's a little bit of dust on there, it's not going to kill it. All master craftsmen right now are going, no, that's not true, it will kill it. Varathane natural oil. Gonna put it on with a sponge. Wow, that was a good one. That was good. That was like a board foot. Woo! Wow, that would hurt. Not gonna lie. That would hurt a little. If anybody's wondering if this is hurting my cut, yes it is. Yes it is. Wow. I'm gonna leave that for a bit. So what they say is they leave it for about 45 minutes, come down, wipe it all off, and then give it another coat, and leave that one for about 15 minutes. So that's really, well, it's not it for the cabinet. I'm gonna make, again, I'm gonna put a cross on the front and maybe a cross on the back. I don't know what I'm gonna do there yet, because, you know, I got nails going down the center. It's the only reason I'm actually decorating the front is because I want to cover up the nails kind of thing, right? Ha! Told you my secrets. But yeah. So that's it for building today, and whatever this is that I'm doing, I don't know. So. Hey Fraser, hope your day's going well, bud. It was a good day, you know. We went out and visited Dad for a bit, got the cabinet finished, you know, sort of. A little overkill on Allie's part, but other than that, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, just gotta I gotta build the crosses for it, which I gotta use the planer for and stuff, but other than that, it's good. Do you like this is my new work shirt? Huh? Like it? The reason it's my new work shirt is because Allie gave me trouble because it's actually not a work shirt. It wasn't a work shirt, but it is now. Gonna adjust it down just a tad. Once I got oil all over it from, you know, doing the cabinet, but I needed a long sleeve work shirt anyway. I didn't have one, so there you go. What can you do? Yeah, I was joking with one of the guys today about editing and stuff, because the amount of times that I say something and I trip on my tongue, and then I have to go back and edit that out, and I do like 2, 3, 4 things that I try and say at the same time. It's actually quite humorous, but you know, sometimes I leave them in, sometimes I don't. But yeah, sometimes I feel like I just, you know, can't speak at all. But you know, that's part of the fun, right? So yeah, we had men's group today. We chatted about a bunch of different stuff, and one of the guys shared just a couple of the scriptures that he read, a couple of verses that he read that just really spoke to him and impacted him, and really led to him giving his heart to the Lord, right? So I just thought they were cool. I liked them, and I thought I would share them with you, if you'll, you know, be patient and bear with me. So Psalm 99, the Lord reigns. Let the nations tremble. He sits enthroned between the cherubim. Let the earth shake. I'm not sure I'm saying cherubim right, but cherubim is a type of angel. Great is the Lord in Zion. He is See, there you go. I'm leaving that one in. Great is the Lord in Zion. He is exalted over all nations. Let them praise your great and awesome name. He is holy. The King is mighty. He loves justice. You have established equity. In Jacob you have done what is just and right. Exalt the Lord our God and worship at his footstool. He is holy. Jacob is another name for Israel. So when he's saying Jacob there, he's specifically, you can interchange Israel. Moses and Aaron were among his priests. Samuel was among those who called on his name. They called on the Lord, and he answered them. He spoke to them from the pillar of cloud. They kept his statutes and the decrees that he gave them. O Lord our God, you answered them. You were to Israel a forgiving God. Though you punished their misdeeds, exalt the Lord our God and worship at his holy mountain, for the Lord our God is holy. And then he said, Revelation 3:20. Revelation 3:20. And this is Jesus speaking. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with him and he with me. Again, Psalm 99 touches on the fact that, God is a merciful God. He forgives the sins. Revelation 3:20 is literally Jesus knocking at the door. Knocking at the door of your heart. Asking you to open the door. And if you open the door, he comes in, he'll live with you, you live with him. Jesus lives in me. And because of that, because of accepting again his sacrifice on the cross and his resurrection, I get to live with him forever. So, it's pretty cool. I hope you have a great night, and I miss you. I love you. God loves you. You can't not know that now, because I know that I've said it at least once or twice. I do miss you, bud. I look forward to posting more tomorrow.